Okay. Well, we've got Bizarre, and I'm thinking that you're gonna like this album. So, I have reviewed quite a bit of Bizarre on this channel. You can find them in at least 5 different reviews that I've done, probably including this one, the D12 stuff, and then one of his albums. This is his latest release, which came out in 2010, and it was called Friday Night at St. Andrews. Now, obviously, this is 6 years removed from D12's last album, and it was kind of a strange place seeing where some of these members were going to go with their career. Obviously, it had been a while since Eminem had been on a song with these guys. Bizarre kind of ventured into the underground territory with his 2007 album. You heard Tech Nine on there, some horrorcore rappers, and I love that album. It's just amazing. And this one, I think it just is a different shade of rap, and I'm proud to say that it's impressive because he has his personality, but also his best songs do not necessarily involve just what is aimed for the radio. So if by any chance that this album were to make it on the radio airwaves, you don't necessarily have to notice, well, that's the this is the Eminem song. Like, this is the real Slim Shady of the records. And so that's a good thing, and I think you're gonna like this. Like I said, it's a little bit different, and it's not as exactly commercial and super. It's not going to be produced like it's like Dr. Dre himself did it or something. You've got to understand that there's the thing I like about Bizarre is there's ranks in rap, and he's not necessarily messing with every single person who has the most money in the world. So that it makes it interesting. You're going to find some fun cats on here, and that I think you'll like it. Can you smoke to this? The answer is there are some songs. I think What You Smoking On, it's not the best smoking song I've ever heard, but it still works. I feel like Here We Go is a great one. Pussy's a good one. I Love the Babies. Warning. Down This Road. Rap's Finest. These are all some great ones to kind of, do that. So the production, this is kind of something. On the last one, it just felt really muddled and unable to get like a clear expression of what you wanted. And with that, it's still kind of like that, but there's different directions. And I think, for example, Can't Get Enough was one of those. And Pussy is a real surprise. That one just feels like it just has some sort of real bubbly energy to it. Here We Go is one of the best produced songs. What You Smoking On just kind of feels somewhat mellow. Believer was kind of real damp, this kind of dark sounding. Rap's Finest had a little bit of rock to it. I mean, there's just all sorts of directions. It's kind of the same creativity that you would expect from someone like Eminem. And I like the amount of ideas that are on here. So, the unheard songs. So I like 7 out of 16, and then 2 almost songs. That's pretty good. Songs I liked were Here We Go, Pussy, Down This Road, Believer, What You Smoking On, Wild Like Us, and Warning. I'm going to talk about these. Yellow Wolf and Tech Nine are on this album. Yellow Wolf's on Down This Road. I think that one's really good. And it just has like a real. I mean, this is basically what you would expect if Eminem was not famous. That's kind of the good take about it, is if Eminem did not have Dr. Dre producing his stuff and, kind of hung out uptown or downtown as opposed to just in clubs, this is the kind of music that you're going to get. It just feels that much similar to it. The Tech Nine song, I almost made this an almost song, but it is so dark and kind of dim, more so than dark. It just feels good. What You Smoking On is about a B smoke song. It's not an A song, but it's a B one. Pussy is a real surprise. Rap's Finest was an almost song. I'm getting used to that beat a little bit. I might like it more. I Love the Babies. I think, once I didn't, listen to every single word in the song, but I think that one will be a surprise. So that was the other almost song. Warding is kind of high octane, and so is Here We Go. So yeah, I mean, this album it's fun. If you're bored and you're sick of just Eminem, Tech Nine, and Lil Wayne and these type people, well, pull a surprise out of your deck and fuck with Bizarre. It's the simplest thing in the world, and it's actually pretty fun. If you listen to these songs that I found for you, you'll like it a lot. So, because I like 9 out of 16, trying to think of what else I want to say. Yeah, so really, some of the reasons why I didn't like the other ones, well, I don't know. This was because the topics were not quite as approachable on there. Some of the ones toward the end kind of did that. I actually wasn't able to listen to You Gotta Believe, but the disc was damaged, but the other two, it just felt strange treading that water. So, but when he's got the ability, he's not just a club rapper. I think that needs to be noticed. An artist that can do that is a good thing. So I'm gonna give this album, because I like 9 out of 16, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. And the future, I mean, Bizarre dropped a mixtape called Dab Life, which I did review. There's the Devil's Night mixtape, which just came out Halloween, and that sort of stuff. The social score, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give it a 4.5 social, just because Yellow Wolf Tech Nine will get some attention, but it just really, you have to be ready to try something new in order to do it. So, but it's great, So can it be topped? Probably, but don't think that this is weak. So I give this album a 6.5 and a 4.5 social.